Alright, I have finished my foot control, and there it is down there for my I've got a 15-pound stuffer barrel on this one. I had a little help with Dr. Zeus to design this. My goal, and I also have my pump mounted. So this is the on-off valve, except for the solenoid valve in here. There's a solenoid valve in here. This is the speed control. And you open up this. There are two solenoid valves. This is the water in, and this is the water discharge, which in this relay, and I use the normally closed contact to keep this one open until you step on the pedal, and this one goes closed and this one goes open. And so then I use the normally open contact. When that solenoid pops in, it closes this solenoid, and that valve's cool. So I also have a power cord here that's wired to a switch. Let's get the wire out of the way. There are two switches. This one's turns the power on to the solenoids, so it's not energized all the time. I can turn it on and off, but it's irrelevant. It runs. The foot pedal runs when it's only turned on, so they don't leave the solenoids activated when they're not being used. And this is the bypass that goes around the drain valve because it's a little more orificed. And this is for pumping the piston back. And the pump has a switch of its own, and this switch runs the pump. Okay, so I've got the stuffer's hooked up here. It's full of water, and let's see here. Does that work? All right. And the piston's back in there, and I'll show you how effective it is to turn that pump on. You'll see it just takes right off. Okay. So now let's imagine that we filled it with meat. Make everybody sick moving around too much. Step on the foot pedal, and the piston starts coming back out. The goal was to be able to take your foot off the pedal and drop the pressure by having the drain valve open up simultaneously. So the piston moves, take your foot off, it stops. Moves, stops. So you don't, it's totally hands-free, and it'll even move faster when it. Okay. And then when you want to send it back, you just turn the pump on. And back it goes. And it comes back out. You can run it, you can just do a quick click and move it just a fraction of an inch each time. Everything's with your foot. Okay. And I'll just show you the plumbing a little bit. This is the bypass line for pumping the back, and then this lower loop, I did get an award for using the most street 90s in any project. This goes through the solenoid valve that runs the drain. So basically here's the water coming from the stuffer. Choice of going either around the bypass when that's opened manually, or going through the drain bypass, which opens up with the foot pedal release. Okay, that's it. And it all fits on, I'll back up a bit here, it's all on board. And look, Mom, no leaks. Got everything nice and tight. There's no dribbles. And my wife hasn't thrown me out of the kitchen yet, at least not today. Alright, there you go.